Aloha everyone, what is going on my dudes? Today is June 21st, 2021. We got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the release of the city of Senntisten quest, as well as the conclusion to the Battle of the Monolith. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, the Battle of Monolith today concludes with an epilogue. Simply talk to Ollie the Wise. You'll get a little cutscene, you can talk to some NPCs, and this is actually required to start the city in Senntisten to do this epilogue. So if you've done the previous waves, go ahead and finish off that epilogue with a quick cutscene, and then you can get started with the city of Senntisten. That said, that is your main highlight update with today's release. This quest actually sees you going into the depths of Senntisten once and for all, the lost capital of the Zoroastrian Empire. Here you're going to set up defenses against the onslaught that is to come starting next month with the beginning of the Elder Godwars Dungeon. So you're going to want to prep the city for a full-on assault, assisting Aznadra and with the help of other various gods around Gielinor. In order to partake in this quest, you're going to need 75 Slayer, 74 Archaeology, 74 Magic, and have completed Aznadra's quest as well as the Battle of the Monolith. Once again, do make sure you complete that epilogue. And to start, you just want to speak to Ariane by the heart of Gielinor to begin. The new area itself looks amazing, and I am very excited to see it finally get the love it deserves, especially when we're going to see it filled with more monsters, bosses, and content later throughout the year. If you are doing this quest, there is minimal combat, nothing too particularly hard. However, there is environmental hazards that could kill you, so I do recommend bringing some food to keep you sustained throughout. Other than that, it's not too lengthy and you should be able to complete it fairly easily, especially if you're following a guide. I was able to complete it without any guide right on release in about an hour and a half. Completing the quest gets you 4 new Ancient Magick spells and the ability to improve your Pontifex ring. Your Pontifex ring can be upgraded by taking it and a Dragonstone to the Archaeology workbench. Doing so will add a teleport to it that teleports you to the entrance of the city of Senntisten, and with a future update will actually teleport you in the city itself as opposed to the entrance. The 4 spells are the Smoke Cloud, which increases your target's damage received from crits by 15%, and the damage cap is increased by 12%, lasting 2 minutes. The Animate Dead spell will give you increased damage reduction when wearing magic tanked armor, lasting for 12 minutes. Your damage reduction cannot exceed 75%. Exsanguinate is a new fire spell where every time you attack with an ability, you gain a stack of blood tithe, up to 12 stacks, for 20 seconds. Each stack increases your basic ability damage by 1%, and at 12 stacks, you get your rack ability transforms to Rack and Ruin, which has 60 to 300% ability damage. However, if your target is bound or stunned, it's 120% to 360%, and it will extend the duration of your next combust by 2 hits, if cast within 10 seconds of doing Rack and Ruin. Once used, it reverts back to regular Rack and consumes all of your blood tithe stacks. Finally, we have the Incite Fear spell, which is a water spell, and on ability cast, you're going to gain a stack of Glacial Embrace, up to 5 stacks, for 20 seconds. Each stack will reduce the adrenaline cost of Tsunami by 12%. At 5 stacks, your ability cast triggers Frost Surge, which has a 12-second cooldown. Frost Surge will do 10 to 50% ability damage to your primary target and up to 8 additional targets in a 5x5 area around that target. So these are very powerful magic spells and a very good reason to complete the City of Senntisten quest as soon as possible. Having said that, that covers your main game update. We're going to now shift on over to the patch notes and see what's changed with today's update, so let's go ahead and check it out. Starting off, we got some mobile changes. The positioning of the minimap tutorial is no longer covered by notches on some devices. The camera pan at the end of Davendale combat level up tutorial now focuses on Stove the Troll. Buttons on the clan chat list and group list no longer overlap, and fixed initiatives preventing auto-generated names from being displayed. Moving on to some other changes, they improved the visibility of group invites by adding a backdrop to the icon. The Sarin Crystal Bow weapon override now animates correctly, gaining the Stake Your Claim achievement from picking up a cowhide during the Way of the Ranger path will now correctly unlock the Leather Working path. They removed the Taverley path Path book and moved its Herblore, summoning, and farming paths into the Birthorpe book for ease of access. Unlocking the Taverley and Lumbridge lodestones will once again advance the to Lumbridge path if selected. Players can now reliably inspect the trophy case in the Death of Chivalry quest. Changing the zoom distance on the world map no longer affects the camera distance. Zoom sensitivity will no longer revert to its default value after relogging. Legendary pets now revert back to the Beast of Burden's inventory interface when the timer expires. Characters no longer float in certain areas of the Lumbridge market. And finally, fixed an uncommon issue where having no username could halt progression during character creation. That is, if you're a patch notes, link to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there, check them out. With that, I'm gonna wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.